It can be tricky to understand where React.js state lives. So let's approach this by considering the following example, where we have a counter button and it increments, and we have a parent component that is rendering that counter twice in its JSX. Now we can see that by clicking on one counter, we are not impacting the state onto the other. So this helps us understand that the state is local to each rendered counter within the user interface tree that React builds from the JSX that we returned to it. If we wanted these two counters to share the state, we could have the state live within the parent React component that we render and then pass that state down to each of these counters. So let's first lift this state up and then pass it down to each counter. And in doing so, we have just turned our counter component into a controlled component. And both of these render countered instances within the React.js UI tree are sharing state so that when I click either counter now, we see them both incrementing simultaneously because they're sharing state.